Hey guys, it's Tom from Velocity here, back in the showroom. Today we've got the Batmobile, only if Batman was from Alabama and his superpower was torque. Anyway, it's a really cool truck. It's a K5, we're gonna walk around it today as if you were standing here in the showroom with me. Check out this thing, it's mean, it's nasty. Can't wait to talk about it. All right, so let's start by talking about what this truck is. It is a K5 Blazer, it is our Heritage Series, and obviously it is finished in black. We're gonna talk about the paint color like we normally do first. The top color is a standard black. It is not a metallic, it is a flat black, almost like a piano black, really deep. Obviously, black is a difficult color to paint. The guys have done an incredible job like they always do. That color is at the top and is at the bottom. And so for this sort of a K5, when you go to the Heritage Series, you get this middle trim, or it's an option for this middle trim. And that section in the middle is not gloss black, it is actually a satin black. So it just gives a little bit of two-tonality, a little bit of a little bit of depth, maybe if you're Batman, a little bit of depth, and splits up the colors altogether, obviously then accented by the chrome trim. Now, sometimes we do wood, but on the black trucks, when we've done this, and we've built a K10 like this before, we just kind of do a normal black vinyl insert instead. The wood is more of a heritage style, older style look, and even though this is a Heritage Series, when you go to this kind of blacked out stealth look, it does look quite a lot more modern. So I don't think, in my opinion, would have worked in this application. I just think it looks absolutely excellent. Let's come around the front before we go through some more of those details on the side. Obviously, first gen Blazer, and so it does have this grille, like I like to call it, the cheese grater grille. Couldn't get rid of the Chevy blue ribbon, of course, so that's there, but the rest of the area is either going to be in chrome or in black. You have Holley retro bright headlights for this one. These are an LED lamp light. They are not halogen, so they're not original. They are brand new. They're super bright. They work really well. And of course, you've got this big, aggressive, lower chrome bumper as well. All looks very classic, but then clad in this black color. And then when we get to the interior, you'll see too, just makes it look super aggressive as well. Stance is really nice, only lifted about 3 inches, 3.5 inches, pretty standard for all of our builds. Give you a sense of the size of this vehicle. I'm 6 foot. You know, with my boots on, I'm about 6 foot, so it's way above me. It is a big truck. It has great road presence, but it's not on big mud terrain tires. It's not aggressively lifted. Why? Because we want it to handle as well as it looks. So that's really important to us. Come down the side of the vehicle, then I've already talked about the paint colors and the trim, so let's talk about some other details. The first thing I'm going to talk about is these wheels. These are a US Mag Scottsdale, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the brand, and they just look fantastic. We've used them on K5 builds and K10 builds, this vehicle being no exception. We do offer some options as well. You can do the original bullet hole style wheels, as well as a more multi-spoke wheel from KMC. There are 3 different options when you go to the Heritage Series. This is my personal preference, hence why they're on there. But if that was something that you wanted to change, buying the vehicle from the showroom here, we could do that for you. And I think I actually forgot to mention that. Normally, did I? Yep, Max nodding. So there you go, I messed up again. This truck is for sale. It's in the showroom, it's ready to go home, so it could go home. Let's talk about some more details. Side mirrors, of course, Heritage Series, it has billet. These are machine billet on our 3-axis CNC machine. They are an upgrade from the OEM style mirror. They are more stable, they are bigger. Just the way they look, in my opinion, is that much better. Same thing with the door handles. These are all made here as well. They feel much more sturdy than the OE fitment. Keep coming down the side of the vehicle, and yes, it's a hard top K5. We're building more and more of these now. We built quite a few open top K5s, and we still sell a lot of those. But what we've been asked for more and more on the ones that I was building with just the roll cage was, hey, can you retrofit a hard top? I think that's because people see these vehicles as a big SUV that they can drive every day, and when you put the top on there, of course, it fully encloses the cabin. So it just means that you could use this as your primary vehicle if you wanted to. So we went for this one with the black top to match. It looks aggressive, it looks nice, just keeps it looking really flash. This vehicle is just, there's no 2 ways about it. If you come a little bit further back, Mac, it's just a statement. That's what this truck is. There's no, sometimes some of these trucks can go a little bit under the radar, and sometimes they can be like more classic colors and they look original. My opinion is that this one does not. It really looks like something special. And when driving this around, people do ask you, what is that thing? Oh my God, it's insane, because it's just so decked out in all of this stuff. Let's come around the back of the vehicle then, give you a little bit of a view on the tailgate. Very similar to the front end that we talked about. So you do have a matching chrome rear bumper as well. Of course, with it being a Heritage Series, you do get a reversing camera. That is also built in here. So that's in that billet tailgate handle. That's another piece that we make in-house. Chevy lettering on the back, of course. You got the Velocity build badge. These turn signal indicators, these are all LEDs, same with your brake lights. All this housing is brand new. All of the electronics and technology are brand new as well. You do have the hard top as well, of course, and you have a rear hatch, really easy to open. Pull the tailgate here. Be gentle with her, and there we go. So this is the load area of the K5. You have a backed tailgate here. Again, this is an upgrade when you go to the Heritage Series. It's a mixture of leather and the carpet. There is carpet all the way through this vehicle with the hard top. Top layer is a removable carpet, which is rubber backed, and then underneath is even more carpet. It's really premium German square weave carpet. Looks amazing, feels amazing, just feels really, really premium. With it being a Chevy, you don't have to pull the tailgate handle towards you. You normally have to do that on a Ford, but you can just shut it really easily like that. Then when you're ready to close the hatch, super simple, you just lower it back down again, push it in, and there you go, you're all set. Let's take a look at the interior now of this truck. Open up the door and you're going to get an introduction into, of course, what is an all black interior. But there are some special things in this truck, given that it's a Heritage Series. First thing, of course, is the patterning, the different materials that you get when you go to this upgraded level. So I'm going to do a walkthrough quickly of the door panel just to show you some of those different materials. Core material, of course, here is a really premium Italian leather. It is a smooth leather, it's not distressed. It looks very, very almost kind of scientific, I would say. It looks like it's something that you would find on a rocket ship. It really is cool, just super simple, but super premium. Speaking of other materials, you do have this insert here. It's almost like a cloth insert. It's not really a cloth. It's kind of a mixture between a carpet and a cloth, but gives an extra bit of texture, and it's much softer than the leather. So the areas where you're going to rub your hands on as you're going in to grab the door handle and things like that just makes it a little bit softer and tactile to the touch. Leather top door handle, of course, this door handle itself is all made on our 5-axis machine as well, as is the door release handle here too. That's that mechanism. Bottom material you have here is that carpet. So just like the tailgate we talked about, the door panel itself is actually bottomed out in the carpet. So it makes it so as you're getting in and out of the vehicle, you don't have to worry about scraping your boots or your shoes on this and marking the leather. It will protect it. You have a speaker cover here. It's a Focal speaker cover. This is custom made for our vehicles for this door panel. Behind there, of course, full Focal speaker system, which we'll talk about in a second. I have a powered step that retracts as I get into the vehicle, making it really easy. This truck is tall, really quite tall. Road presence is fantastic, but it does mean you need a little bit of help getting in it. Those disappear when you press the button, and then when you open the door again, they reappear. So just makes it that bit easier to get in and out. All right, taking a look then at what's directly in front of me, and I do have a full billet steering wheel. Another thing that if you've watched the videos before, you'll notice that I talk about is the Spark Industries steering wheel. Very premium, it is all made of billet, it is leather wrapped. We went for a matching black leather in this one just to keep it simple, to keep it really clean, but it looks excellent and this feels great. Behind here, there are grooves as well just to make nice to hold, nice to use the steering wheel. Steering column, of course, is a tilt steering column. That's been finished in that same gloss black as well. Looks really, really nice, very premium, gives you that extra adjustability. And then behind that again, you have the instrument cluster, the display panels. These are all brand new. So they look old school, but they're actually a brand new system. If I turn the key on there and put some power in, what you'll see is the Velocity logo and then some information. So you can actually cycle through different information on these screens. Right now, the guys have got it set up for live miles an hour and what gear you're in and the odometer. This truck has 853 miles. We put between 500 and 1,000 miles, actual road miles on all of our vehicles, part of our test and tune process. But you got that information there without ruining the look, of course, of the original K5 dash. You do have your light switch here on the left-hand side as well. This is really old school, just push-pull, and the switch gear all the way through this cabin has been upgraded to billet also, again, as part of that heritage package. All right, now that you're on the other side of the truck, I'll give you a bit more of a detailed walk through the rest of this cabin. We'll start with the seats. One of the things I mentioned earlier is, yes, it's a black interior, but it's got some special details. And the final thing I want to point out on this textile is the woven insert. So these are low back seats, but they do feature this really nice upgraded woven insert. This is not standard. You don't always get it with the Heritage Series. It is an extra option that was spec'd. They have to be built like this, but it just looks insane. It gives an extra depth to the interior. It feels great as well, and it's one of those things, if you ever see one of our trucks up close with a woven interior, it's one of those wow factor type things when people see it. They're just really, really nice. This center console is all custom made here. We'll start with the top. It does have an insert, the same sort of cloth insert that's on the door panels. It is very premium, really, really solid. Of course, affixed underneath above the transmission tunnel is magnetized with the hood, and that magnet is actually super strong, so this doesn't rattle or go anywhere, just feels really solid. Inside is all lined in Alcantara. You have a USB-C, USB 3.0, same with the lid. Everywhere is Alcantara, basically. You have some extra goodies in here for the new owner, like a battery tender and the manuals and things like that. There is also a sub control in here as well, so you have speakers all the way through this vehicle in the kick panels, in the door panels, in the rear panels. There's a sub. It is a super premium audio experience thanks to the guys at Focal. The rest of this center console is finished in the same black leather. You do have some more of the trim on top as well. Chrome, of course, because you want to match the chrome trim on the outside for the drinks holders. And then these are your electric window controls. So we don't have any manual windows in our vehicles anymore. They are all electronic. In this case, they're controlled here. High and low range, you still do have a transfer case. Got asked that by a customer who visited the other day. They thought these were the manual shifters. That is a really common question, but no, it is for the Atlas 2 transfer case. So you can still do four-wheel drive, go off-road if you want to. You got that versatility. Right at the front here, there is a charging pad, and it's going to be really hard to probably see on the camera because it's so subtle, but even the Velocity Flying V has been etched in there, not just left as the normal electric wireless charging logo. Even the Velocity Flying V is there, and that's like finished in Alcantara. It's just really, really premium. Coming up, you'll see that the main area where the infotainment sits is this same gloss black. You've obviously got your ignition here. Turn it on, turn it off so you can see it fire up again. This is an Alpine double DIN touchscreen system. It is Bluetooth and it does have Apple CarPlay. Apple CarPlay isn't hooked up to it right now, but when you do hook your phone up to it, it's wireless. You don't have to plug it in and it just operates like a new Apple CarPlay device in a new vehicle. Above that, you have an AC system. It's a vintage air AC system. Works really well, especially well in an enclosed cabin vehicle like this. Blows super hot or super cold. Here in Florida right now, it's actually really cold. What is it today, Mac?
It was like 29 degrees this morning.
29 degrees, which is Fahrenheit, which to me is like, it's like -2 C or something like. I mean, it's cold. Even for me as a British guy, it's cold. So as we've been doing the test drives this week and last week, instead of having the cold air on, we've had the warm air on, and we've been very appreciative of it. So these do work. I can turn it on. I turn it on there. Hear it through the camera straight away, through the microphone. It's just super powerful. It's instant. That's without the engine even running. You've got all of that heating and cooling capability there too. You've got a glove box here on the right hand side. There is actually a fuse box behind that to give easy access. Dash pad has been finished in the black leather and that matching black stitch. And then looking up above us, I do have sun visors. These are both finished in black leather and a full 6-point roll cage. So that's another common question is, when we do the hard tops, is the roll cage still in the truck when you do a hard top? Absolutely. Obviously, this is something that's critically important for safety. So they all do get fit. The hard top sits on top of them, but the same roll cage that you see in the other K5 and Scout builds that we do, that's all there. Last thing I want to touch on, again, it might be hard to see on the camera, but is the top headliner of this truck. It has been finished in Alcantara as well. So just everywhere that you would touch or see or feel, it's not just left alone. It is all really, really premium. I think that about covers it for the interior of this one, but the easiest way to describe it is it's very sort of neutral, very sleek, very clean. Again, another testament to the guys in the trim shop. They've just done an excellent job. Right, let's go look under the hood now. So if you looked at these videos before, if you looked online, this engine bay won't be new to you. This is the LT1. It's a 6.2 litre V8, produces around 460 horsepower, lots of low-end torque, and it's a brand new engine, 6.2 litre engine. Basically, in layman's terms, what that means is this thing moves fast. 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds, just over. Obviously, it's a big truck, but it is not slow by any means. But also, the engine itself, combined with the transmission, they're just super easy to use, super reliable. You can get them serviced at any GM, Chevrolet dealer if you want to. Just really easy to live with every day. There are disc brakes all the way around on this truck too. So you've got Willwood hydro boosted disc brakes, and of course underneath this truck is a full roadster shop 4-link coilover chassis, just like all of our K series builds. So really, really good all around. No expense spared, of course. Now you can do, if you really wanted to, you could do a supercharger on this. We do offer that for both Coyote packages in our Ford products and the LT package in our Chevrolets. Honestly, my opinion, unless you really are trying to like role play like Batman and go and like hunt down, who is it, the Riddler or somebody, you don't need it. You know, 460 horse in this is already a lot of power. It's a big truck. It does move. It's well capable of doing over 100 miles an hour on the highway. So you don't need to do it. Would it be cool if you did it? Maybe, and that's something that we can add for you if you wanted to. I think that about covers it for the engine bay. Obviously, in normal Velocity style, it's very well executed. It's all very detailed and very tidy and clean in here, and it looks great. Love these hood hinges too. Don't talk about these enough, but billet hood hinges as well. Just add a little bit more decoration. As far as K5s go, is it the biggest? Is it the baddest? Is it the best? I'll let you guys in the comments decide. What I know is it's super cool. and almost not being done justice under the full lights here. Instead, it needs to be in the shadows, like a true Batmobile from the South might be. I mean, imagine this thing driving, downtown somewhere with just the street lights overhead, glaring off the paint. Just insane, this build. Like I said at the start of the video, it is available for sale, so it is in stock, it is ready to go home. It does feature all of the benefits of that Heritage series and the hardtop, so it's just a really cool example of what we do. And if you like black trucks, this is one of the very few that we have available right now, and it's the only K5 or K series truck that we have like this, so it's a really unique thing. Give us a call, go on the website, you can find the number on there, the link that is down below, and the guys can help you out if you've got any more questions about this particular truck. I'll see you on the next one.